I'm Mayor Milliken Matthews, and welcome to Saluda.
Saluda, South Carolina, population 3,122. And tonight, the football capital of the Palmetto State.
The anticipation is at a fever pitch. Everybody's ready for this. They're like they said, they're chomping at the bit. We're ready to go.
Very exciting. So Saluda's definitely a rival, just across county line. So very excited. Both undefeated.
Top-ranked and unbeaten Batesburg-Leesville makes the 16-mile trip up Highway 178 to face second-ranked and unbeaten Saluda.
I think I've coached 127 games, and you would think that it would get easier on the nerves when you've been there, but it doesn't. So I'm just ready to get started. In games like this, you just want to get started, because once you get in your element, you kind of forget all the other stuff, and you're just coaching, and that's what you do. And so the build-up and the hype and the talk and I'm ready for that to end. Just ready to play.
Go Panthers!
Go Tigers!
Welcome to Game Night Live. WJBF Sports presents local high school football live in your living room each Friday night. Game Night Live is powered by McDonald's. I'm loving it. And now, your hosts, John Hart and Ashley Brown.
Matthews Field at Bettis Herlong Stadium in Saluda, South Carolina. These two communities circle this game on their calendar every single season, but this one has a little extra juice. John Hart, joined as always by Ashley Brown, coming to you from the sidelines this week. And Batesburg-Leesville comes in, number 1 ranked team in AA in South Carolina. Saluda comes in, the number 2 ranked team in AA in South Carolina, both unbeaten. This one's going to be special, AB.
This is what small town football Friday nights are all about. This atmosphere, and I know in 2024 we're not supposed to hate. These two teams hate one another. The fans, this is a deep one. It goes way back, and we got a great matchup. This is going to be a lot of fun.
We have done a lot of rivalry games. You mentioned Lincoln County, Washington, where we've talked about how much the two communities go at each other. These two communities really go at each other. Bragging rights on the line and so much more tonight. Usually this is where I would say down to the field for the coin toss. Tonight, to our left for the coin toss.
Tonight, as our back judge, we got Mr. Aguilar, our line judge, Mr. Parrott, our linesman is Mr. Ware, and our umpire is Mr. Nedrick. He's going to step forward and observe the coin toss, okay, guys? Hey, guys, you're the captains. We need you to show leadership tonight. Good sportsmanship's a must, okay? Hey, hit each other hard, but help each other up, all right? And if you see your teammates doing something they shouldn't be doing, y'all take care of it before we have to, all right? All right, this is, American flag is heads, that's tails. American flag is heads, that's tails. You're the visiting team. I want you to call it loud enough for him to hear it, okay? Tell him what you want.
Tails.
Tails is called. If I drop it, we'll do it again. It is a tail. You won the toss.
We want to receive.
You want to receive. Everybody stay right here. Which way do you, which goal line do you want to defend?
This way.
You want to kick this way? Yeah. Okay. Put your backs right here, facing that way, guys. Turn around.
The Panthers win the toss and elected to receive.
Panthers have won the toss, elected to receive. Guys, shake hands and bring your team out.
So Batesburg-Leesville wins the toss and elects to receive AB. Is this a new trend? This is the third straight week that we've had a team win the toss and elect to receive the football rather than defer to the second half, which has sort of been the traditional decision after the coin toss. Batesburg-Leesville 8-0 overall, 3-0 in Class 2 AA. Saluda 7-0, 3-0 in the region. That brings us to the keys to the game as the Tigers take the field.
Yeah, for the visitors from Batesburg-Leesville, all eyes on Braden Williams. He is the superstar running back from Saluda. They've got to try to slow him down and also keep pressure on Drew Arant. He is the quarterback for Saluda, but he's coming off injury. This is just his second game back after getting hurt early in the year. Get pressure on him. For Saluda, limit big plays in the pass game. They like to go to Jamarius Clark. They need to make sure he doesn't beat them deep. And I think the real key tonight is winning that battle up front on both sides of the ball. The team that does that is going to win this football game.
But Batesburg-Leesville will have the football. Kickoff next on Game Night Live. Pass it along. A balmy 76-degree first night of November in Saluda, South Carolina for the 91st meeting between these two rivals. Batesburg-Leesville, I should say. Bamberg's way down the road. Leads 54-35. There has been one tie in the series. And the Panthers will have the ball at the 29-yard line. Batesburg-Leesville won this matchup last year 20-17. They first met way back on November 11th, 1920, AB.
I was close. I guess 22 before the game when you asked.
Very close.
So close. Well, they played 90-something times. Not that hard to figure out. 7 of the last 10, though, have gone to Saluda in this series, even though, of course, last year Batesburg got the win. This is a heated rivalry. They look forward to this one all year, and how great. They're both undefeated. They're ranked 1 and 2 in the state, and here they are. Great, great matchup for Game Night Live.
And the anticipation builds once again because we're going to do the kickoff all over again. I like they're playing the kickoff setup music over again.
I love that, yeah.
And the kickoff's so nice, we're doing it twice. This one a little shorter. And at the 34-yard line, the Panthers will start, and we'll get a first look at this high-powered Batesburg-Leesville offense averaging 44 points a game this year, and that brings us to our coaches matchup.
Yeah, taking a look at the coaches, two great ones here. Stuart Young for Saluda. They won the 2019 state title. Look at that record, 91-36, 4 trips to the semifinals.
Yeah, the 10 wins away Stuart Young is from becoming the winningest coach, or at least tying for the winningest coach in Saluda history. On the other side, you have Coach Greg Lawson in his 12th season overall, 80-61. 17-13 in his third year at Batesburg-Leesville. Before that, he had stops at Hemingway and Lawrence. Took Hemingway to the semifinals in 16, quarterfinals in 17. Also quite a basketball coach, state coach of the year in 2017 when he led Hemingway to the state championship. Here's what's interesting about these two coaches. They're both graduates of Union High School in the upstate. And after this snap, did a tough run, a yard shy of the first down. Kira Goldstein has more on these coaches.
Yeah, guys, these two coaches go way back. They've been family friends for years. Saluda head coach Stuart Young was actually taught by Batesburg-Leesville coach Lawson's mom. She was his 4th grade teacher. He said she was the favorite teacher that he's ever had. And then when he got to high school and he played football, Coach Lawson was his coach on JV and on varsity. So there's a really long relationship between these guys. They've been friends for years. They said after the game they can't wait to have a handshake, and they're ready to get their two teams out on the field. See who's maybe the better coach, guys.
So these two coaches, longtime family friends, might be the only friends on opposite sides of this matchup tonight, as this Batesburg-Leesville drive, opening drive as it were, is off to a great start, AB.
Yeah, Madre Wooden is their standout running back, number 22, and he has looked good on this drive. They're opening holes. Saluda kind of on their heels a bit. They're led on the defense by number 9, Big JT Lott. We'll talk about him a lot tonight, but right now, Batesburg looking really sharp.
Wooden 150 yards and 2 scores on the ground last week, 100 yards and a touchdown through the air. And this time it's Watkins looking down the middle, and it is complete. First down inside the red zone to the 16-yard line. Panthers.
Well, one of the keys to the game, John, don't let Jamarius Clark beat you with a big play. And there, they ran the running back, Wooden, into the flat on the right. They looked like it was going to be a screen. They came back deep left to Clark. He was wide open, and you can see he can also run after the catch. Great play design there by Batesburg.
29 yards on the pitch and catch from Watkins to Clark. And into the end motion red zone go the Panthers, just like that.
We're going to call out the quarterback, number 16, Tanner Watkins' name quite a bit tonight.
And he is in trouble. Gets in and out of trouble. And now we'll make something out of nothing. Out of bounds at, we'll call it the 10 and 11 yard line. We're at the opposite end of where you're looking at the game. So, but it looks like they're going to mark him out. Well, they're going to put him around the 10-yard line. So,
yeah, right at the 10-yard line, and standing right in the front of the ball is big J.T. Lott, the standout defensive lineman. He's got some scholarship offers. Watkins, I mentioned, will be on the field. We'll call his name a lot. He's the quarterback, the kicker, the punter. He does a little bit of everything for Batesburg-Leesville.
2nd and 8 from the Saluda 10.
Keep an eye on Wooden. They've got him out wide to your left side of your screen, number 22 there.
And instead, they go to Clark again. Clark, close to it.
Yeah, they let Wooden kind of take to the defenders, and then they threw behind him to Clark. Great play design again. Batesburg-Leesville has looked really sharp on this drive. The play calling, the execution, it has been a solid start to this game for the Panthers.
And it is good for a first down. 1st and goal at the Saluda 1-yard line.
Well, and if you're Saluda, again, like on your heels, you don't know what to. They beat you running the ball. They beat you throwing the ball. This has been, like I said, about as good as you could ask from Batesburg. They've got one of their big offensive linemen in the backfield. Guess they're running to the right here.
I would have direct snapped it to him instead. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Amandre Wooden for 6. Batesburg strikes first.
Well, I know it was a high snap, but one of the things they did there, John, on that play, they had the big lineman, 65. They had him on the far right. It looked like they were definitely going to run right tackle. But he went inside, and that's where Wooden ran with the ball. Again, great play design. I love what I'm seeing from Greg Lawson and his staff so far from Batesburg.
Coach Lawson told us Tanner Watkins does almost everything for this team. He is the quarterback. He is the punter. And right now, he is the kicker, attempting the point after. And it is true. 7-0. Panthers, 8:26 to play, first quarter. What a start by these Batesburg-Leesville Panthers, showing why they are the #1 ranked team in Class 2A. Both these teams come in undefeated. So we'll see if Saluda can answer. And the kick taken back at the 10. This is Victavius Gaines. Gaines is dangerous and takes it up to the 30-yard line.
Easily the loudest visitor crowd we've seen this year. And while we got a second, let's tell you about our friends at McDonald's. Have you downloaded the McDonald's app yet? Download in the Apple or Android store to earn rewards and free food. I'm not a breakfast guy, John, but the one I can't pass up is the sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddle with the potato cake, the hash brown or whatever. Oh, my God.
I'm a sausage, egg, McMuffin guy.
I'm a McGriddle. There's something about that hint of syrup in there. It's really good.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Tigers start from their 22-yard line. Now, this is a Saluda offense averaging 31 points per game. But here's one of them as the flag flies in from the left. AB, here's one of the most amazing stats. It's not the most amazing stat I'm going to throw at you tonight, but it's one. Batesburg-Leesville's defense giving up 7 points a game. 5 shutouts this year.
It is incredible. They're winning by an average of 37 points a game. And you think Saluda's doing well. They're winning by an average of 22, but Batesburg's just dominating their opponents this year.
5-yard penalty against the Tigers, an inauspicious start for the Saluda team. And they'll begin from their 17.
Saluda's coming off a big win over Strom Thurmond last week, 35-25.
And a short run on first down.
Now there's the man they got to keep an eye on tonight, Braden Williams, coming off a 4-touchdown game.
And he accounts for nearly 50% of Saluda's total offense, 546 on the ground this year, 10 rushing touchdowns, averages nearly 7 yards per carry. He's also got 415 passing and 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, when Drew Arant was hurt, they moved him to quarterback, and he was efficient there as well.
And Arant throwing, almost intercepted, but instead it's going to be a big gainer for the Tigers into Batesburg-Leesville territory at the 37-yard line.
Yeah, from our angle, John, it looked like that ball might be picked off, but he got it just over the defensive back's hands to Ja Folks.
Flag late.
And Folks took it down the sidelines for a huge gain for Saluda.
Penalty after the play.
What a throw by Arant. Again, just over the outstretched arms of the defender who went high to try and get it. Couldn't have been thrown any better.
And you mentioned Drew Arant, injured in the first game of the season. They thought he was done for the year and came back last week. And what a job Braden Williams did filling in at quarterback, and that gives him sort of a lightning and thunder aspect now.
Yeah, how many teams can lose their starting quarterback and be undefeated 7-0 and be averaging 31 points a game? Pretty impressive.
So after the play, the personal foul against against Saluda. So it'll still be the first down, but going to back the Tigers up. 15-yard penalty.
Well, you heard the yelling from the visitor crowd, and I'll tell you this. Before the game, they did a prayer, and at the end of the prayer, he said, amen and go Tigers. The Batesburg-Leesville people didn't like him adding the go Tigers to the prayer. They let him hear it.
And on first down, it's Tristan Daniels into Batesburg-Leesville territory, but not by much.
Yeah, Daniels, just a sophomore. Really good potential for that young man. Saluda won that state title back in 2019, led by quarterback Noah Bell, a high-powered offense with Dalen Wright, the receiver who went to Virginia Tech. And Bell went to Wingate. They're both still in college. Wright is now at Jacksonville State.
Arant rolling, looking. Did he stay in? They're going to say yes at the 37-yard line. Nice grab made by Victavis Gaines. 265 yards receiving this year and 4 touchdowns to his credit. And some fancy footwork to give Saluda a first down at the 37-yard line.
Yeah, another pinpoint throw by Arant, this time on the run. And you see there, just a great catch. Good job getting a foot down by Gaines.
And another gain on first down to the 32-yard line. Well, you heard Stuart Young refer to it during the opening segment, and any head coach will tell you this. In a game like this, where there's been so much hype and so much talk, it really comes down to, once you settle into the first quarter, which one of these two teams can sort of settle into the game, block out the noise. And Batesburg-Leesville came out and punched Saluda in the mouth. Tigers trying to answer, but on 2nd and 5, this Batesburg-Leesville defense shows exactly what it's made of. I believe that was Tyler Wooten in there. And we got an injured Saluda player.
Yeah, Braden Williams, their star running back, he went down and a Batesburg-Leesville player landed. Watch the end of this play. Now, I thought maybe the ball maybe knocked the wind out of him, but I think it's his shoulder. Watch right here at the very end of the play. He goes down on his left shoulder, and the full weight of the defender went down on top of him. His teammate was trying to help him up, and he's like, no, man, I'm hurt. That would be a huge blow to Saluda if that is an injury that keeps him out of this game for any amount of time.
Not in on 3rd and 10. Arant throwing and almost picked off.
Well, what an atmosphere. I mean, the crowds are so loud on both sides. Like I said, I've never seen a visitor crowd this loud. These two schools only separated by, 15 miles?
16 miles to be exact. Highway 178.
Man, Arant that time, the throw off the mark, nearly picked off.
And Stuart Young, looks like he's going to lead the offense on the field.
Yeah, they're going to stay where they're at in the field. They're going to stay out there. Let's see if they're trying to draw them off and get a free 5. Or they're going to do a quick punt.
And And it rolls dead at the 19-yard line. And so Batesburg-Leesville, after the impressive opening drive, an impressive defensive stand, and the Panthers will have the ball back with 5:38 to play in the first quarter.
Well, and a key thing to watch, John, is Braden Williams, that injury to his shoulder. He is their star runner, and obviously you can't focus on Avant throwing as much when he's out there. So let's see if the Saluda defense can figure out what to do with this Batesburg offense that looks so good on their opening drive.
Quick toss out to Wooden. And he'll have a first down and then some. 12-yard gain on first down.
Yeah, Wooden, big 22, looking like Derrick Henry out there running the football. Right now, Batesburg just looks a little sharper, doing a little better up front.
So another Hawk Law Group first down for the Panthers. And Tanner Watkins, like you said, looks efficient and looks sharp.
Yeah.
And leading this offense. It's Wooden again with blocking. Flag down.
A couple of great cuts by Wooden, but hold everything on the flag. I think we're going to have a hold on Batesburg here.
And if it is, that would be the first mistake the Panthers have made tonight.
He made a couple of just great. He bounced to the outside, then he bounced further outside. He slipped as he tried to cut back at the end of the run, but like I said, the hold I think is going to negate that. Let's see if the officials, if that's the call.
And it is holding against Batesburg-Leesville to negate the run. And it'll take it back to the 25-yard line. It'll be first and 18. There is not an empty seat to be had in Herlong Stadium on either side, and people standing in both end zones as well. Standing room only. Short gain on first down. Going to bring up second and about 16.
Yeah, Saluda did a good job there. The wide receiver screen. They posted purple jerseys out there. And it's weird and crazy. Of all, 50 or 60 different schools I've gone to over the, long time doing high school football, my first time doing either Saluda or Batesburg-Leesville. So real excited about tonight, especially with them both undefeated, ranked 1 and 2. What a matchup.
And what an atmosphere. I'm with you. I've called Batesburg-Leesville and Saluda highlights on Football Friday night for many a year, but first time to experience it in person. I've had a chance to spend parts of the last 48 hours in both of these communities, and they are very passionate about their football. Devin Wallace, first man in for the Tigers.
Yeah, they a little bit better job on the defensive side by Saluda on this drive, and of course they did benefit from the holding call, but it's going to be 3rd and long here.
Wallace, a sack machine for the Tigers this year.
3rd and 17 is what they're calling it. It looks like it might be a little longer than that. Yeah, about 3rd, yes, 3rd 18, 3rd 19, somewhere in there.
Big chance for this Saluda defense to get off the field. First whistle's blow.
And that is going to be, I think, against Batesburg. So it'll be 3rd and 22 officially instead of 17.
Penalty.
Well,
Still 3rd down.
You don't, obviously you'd love to get a first down, but in all likelihood getting 22 yards is tough. But what you would like to get is some of the yardage so you can punt and maybe, with Chandler Watkins and, maybe flip the field a little. Ball is just outside, right at the 21-yard line. Keep an eye on Clark. He is their deep threat at receiver number 1.
And Wooden to the left side, or bottom of your screen, I should say, and they throw to Wooden. He's got it. He's got a first down and across midfield into Saluda territory.
That's a case where almost like a rebounder in basketball, Wooden's bigger body against the smaller defensive back did not allow that DB to make a play on the ball. That ball could have been picked off. It was a good throw, but because Wooden made a play on the ball. If he doesn't make a great play on that, that could have been a Saluda interception. Instead, it's a Batesburg first down.
You see the Batesburg-Leesville faithful. It's hard to tell because both teams wear purple. But that's definitely the visiting stands right in front of the elementary school here.
Man, you talk about a confidence breaker for Saluda. 3rd and 22. You got them back at their own 20, and they convert rather easily the first down. That is a big blow, and it keeps the momentum going in this first quarter for Batesburg.
Yeah, it was 32 yards on the pitch and catch from Watkins to Wooden.
Well, so far, Wooden's been the best player on the field. He has looked really good running the ball. He looks good when they bring him out of the backfield, either as a decoy or to catch the ball. He has looked really, really good so far.
2nd and 1. Wooden, he'll have it. He'll get pushed back, but his forward progress will give the Panthers another first down at the 38-yard line.
Yeah, you see the replay. This was a good job up front by Saluda. They came in there and made a nice play. I believe that was 33. That is Jackson Berry. Actually, they're marking him short.
Yes, indeed they did. They did not give him the forward progress. So 3rd and 1 now.
Are they moving the chains now? I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, they are moving them now. Okay, so it is first down.
After I already changed it on my score sheet.
Now you got to throw that whole thing away and start over. All right, ball at the 39 for Batesburg. They already lead at 7-0. They've looked sharp offensively. A couple of penalties. Other than that, Saluda's really had no answer for this offense.
And once again, big gain
for
the Panthers. 9 yards on first down.
Yeah, I think we had a different running back that time. And the Saluda fans, the Batesburg fans did not like their back getting hit at the end of that play. I think that might have been 32 that ran the ball. L.J. Williams.
Senior running back. And a random Michigan fan in the crowd.
I saw that.
He lost?
Well, I mean, what has he got to cheer for up there?
Well, that's a good point.
Was it Connor Stallions? He might have been watching for somebody else. You never know.
2nd and 1. They want a lot more than that, and instead it is picked off. Jaden Folks with his 3rd interception of the year for the Tigers.
Yeah, Folks with a nice play there. The ball was – I don't know that Clark realized the defender was there because he didn't really make a play on the ball. Let's watch this again. And, yeah, just overthrown, just flat out overthrown. And Folk right there to make the play, and that really is big because, they were, looking like they might go up 2 scores here. So a big play by the Saluda defense on an errant throw.
Boy, Saluda needed that desperately.
And I did say errant throw, not Arant. Arant's the quarterback for the other team. Errant throw by Watkins.
Thanks for the clarification.
Just making sure.
So the good news is Tigers have the ball back if you're a Saluda fan. Bad news is long way to go, and it's about to get a little longer.
Yeah, Batesburg defense pumped up as Folk, they gave him the football. I don't see Williams out there on offense.
Remember, he was shaken up on the last drive, and he is the straw that stirs the drink for this Saluda offense.
Yeah, you just hope it's not it looked like his shoulder. You just hope it's something he can come back, and because they're going to need him if they're going to win this football game tonight.
Loss of 5 is how the first quarter comes to a close for Saluda. An opening frame dominated by the Batesburg-Leesville Panthers, 7-0 after 12. Beautiful downtown Saluda, South Carolina. Just around the corner from us here on Main Street. where I'm guessing they rolled up the sidewalks well before dark so everybody could get here and see this one. And Saluda starting 2nd and 15 from its own 2 to begin this second quarter, and nothing.
Well, the good news is their star running back, Braden Williams, is back in the game. The bad news is he's stuffed there, and they are barely out of their own end zone here on this drive. We do have our QBs by the quarter, though. Let's jump in there. Tanner Watkins of Batesburg-Leesville, 4 of 5 passing for 70 yards. He does have the 1 interception. Also for Saluda, it is their quarterback, Drew Arant, 2 of 3 passing for 57 yards. That's your QBs by the quarter, brought to you by Culpeper Lumber, Ace Hardware.
Yeah, the Tigers just trying to get a little bit of breathing room here on 3rd down. And not much, maybe a yard.
Love it. That is happening right in front of us, folks. And JT Lott, they gave it to the big defensive lineman to run the football. And, boy, Batesburg-Leesville just swarming all over the ball. It's like a shark with, blood in the water. They've got him pinned back, and they are coming after him.
So an impressive defensive stand from this Batesburg-Leesville team. It is only allowing 7 points per game. You can see why. And in the shadow of his own goalpost.
This is a dangerous play here for Saluda.
Tanner Watkins trying to get it away quick. He does. But going to be great field position for the Panthers. Jamarius Clark wrapped up fairly quickly, but Batesburg-Leesville will still have the ball at the 42-yard line. All right, real quick, I want to show you, AB, what we're talking about here. Let's take a look at the standings in Region 2 AA here in South Carolina. All right, you got Batesburg-Leesville there, 3-0. These are their region records. Saluda 3-0. Right behind them, Strom-Thurmond 2-1. They lost to Saluda last week. Strom-Thurmond and Batesburg-Leesville play next week. Yeah. 96 Pelion American Leadership. They're all out of the mix. So if Saluda wins tonight, they play American Leadership next week. You see American Leadership hasn't won a game this year. Saluda's probably going to win the region championship. However, if Batesburg-Leesville wins, they have to go to Strom-Thurmond next week.
Yeah.
What if the Rebels win?
Oh, yeah.
Then you got chaos.
Yeah, you got a 3-way tie up there. Well, the ball comes out.
The ball came out on 1st down at the end of the play, and Saluda has it. A huge play for the Tigers.
Are they calling him down? No, one of the officials looked like he was pointing down, but I didn't see him point. No, they're giving it to Saluda.
Amir Johnson came out of there with the football for Saluda.
See what happened here. Oh, just a good play by Lott. Oh, he ripped it out of there. Was that Lott or Watt?
That was Lott. JT Lott looking like Watt.
JT Lott or TJ Watt? That's a little confusing.
He's got an offer on the table from Gardner Webb.
What a play there. That's the best player on the Saluda defense against the best player on the Batesburg-Leesville Batesburg offense. He just ripped that football out of there. Great play.
And great field position for the Tigers. 1st and 10 from the Batesburg-Leesville 33.
Trying to do a trick play there.
Little trickeration.
Luckily, they're able to get rid of it because Batesburg-Leesville stayed at home. Now there's a flag down. Probably wondering if did the ball get to the line of scrimmage? No, they're picking it up. Yeah, they're waving it off. Yeah, they were trying to run a trick play, a little reverse, and they were going to throw a pass, but Batesburg-Leesville did not give the receiver time to set up and throw the football.
It was Josh Euler who was attempting to throw the pass. And the end result is 2nd and 10 from the Batesburg-Leesville 33-yard line.
You know at some point I'm going to do it.
Euler. Arant, incomplete.
Yeah, Arant's throw there.
That was a lot of traffic to throw into.
Yeah, a lot of white jerseys around his intended target. So Batesburg gave up the turnover, but so far done a good job of trying to stop Saluda from getting any yardage here. 3rd down and 10 now.
John Pinto is the place kicker for Saluda, a senior. His long this year is 34, so they need to get to the 17, but I don't think Stuart Young's thinking field goal right now.
No, he's just thinking, give us a chance on 4th down even, really, the way things are going. Nice
they
run,
will have
though.
a chance on 4th down.
Nice, good, hard run. And we got some pushing and shoving after the plate, and we've got a flag come in.
That is not a surprise tonight between these two teams.
Well, I didn't see the Batesburg player. It was 71 for Saluda. Now, he pushed and then the Batesburg player shoved, and the official threw the flag. I don't know if it's going to be offsetting or he just caught the second player, which happens a lot. But it really overshadows a great run by Tristan Daniels, the sophomore.
Personal foul. Number 71.
Oh, they got him.
Personal foul.
Offsetting.
Number 5. Penalties offset.
So nobody's happy.
Well, they're booing on the Batesburg-Leesville side, or actually both sides, like you said. But it's the right call. I thought he was going to get the second person, but 71 did push. I think he was going to let that go. But once he saw the second one, he had to throw both. So he got it right. Both those players pushed after the play.
Fourth and 6 from the 29. Will he actually go for it or try another one of the quick punts?
Well, yeah, that's a play. I've even seen some NFL teams, the Steelers have done that with Ben Roethlisberger on third down to keep, catch people off guard, especially back in the Bill Cowher days.
They will throw. Arant. Oh, trick play! And it's not going to be.
Not quite enough.
And not quite enough. It ended up in the hands of Tristan Daniels.
Ran the old hook and lateral.
And Batesburg-Leesville. Nope, they're going to say first down. It was we couldn't see from that corner.
I thought he was out, but yeah, first down. That's a big play. Little trickeration. I like it. Keeps the drive alive because, again, Williams is back out of the game. He came in and had the one carry, but he's back out. Hasn't been back in. But they've been able to move down the field.
Arant gets a block from Daniels, fires for the corner.
Oh, what
and
a
it's
play.
Picked off.
What a play.
Intercepted by K.D. Witt.
What a catch. Not quite as good as Garrett Wilson last night, but pretty good play. Garrett Wilson of the Jets, who made the catch of the year last night. But watch this play by Witt in the back of the end zone. Arant throwing it up, hoping his guys will make a play, and instead, look at that. Witt going up, making a great pick in the end zone.
It'll come out to the 20, and the Panthers survive another scare by these Saluda Tigers.
Yeah, this is just like a heavyweight boxing match. The two teams just throwing punches, beating on each other.
Okay, so going back to those standings, AB.
Yeah.
If Batesburg-Leesville were to win tonight, and then Strom-Thurmond beat Batesburg-Leesville a week from tonight, you've got a three-way tie at the top, okay? On first down, short run for the Panthers. I got a headache trying to figure out the tie-breaking procedure in South Carolina, but the best I can tell, it would come down to the team that has given up the fewest points against the other two teams in the tie.
Interesting.
Which, of course, we've got a lot of football left to play tonight and then a whole other week next week, but at the moment, you got Batesburg-Leesville sitting there giving up 7 points a game.
Yeah, and in the head-to-head, Saluda gave up 25 to Strom-Thurmond. Strom-Thurmond gave 35 up to Saluda, so they're not looking in great shape with the way Batesburg's playing defense.
So it's going to be an interesting next couple of weeks and an interesting 2.5 quarters left here in Saluda as that one falls incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 7.
Yeah, Watkins rolled out trying to hit number 23, Tyler Klassen. Pass a little short. Also keep an eye on JT Lott, number 9, on defense. It's been a couple of times where he's gone to the official after the play because the person blocking him, they're making sure if he goes down, he stays there. I can tell you that right now. And he has not been happy about it.
3rd and 7, line to make as the 30-yard line for Batesburg-Leesville.
This would be a great stop for Saluda to get the ball back in decent field position. Remember, 3rd and 22 earlier in the game, they gave up a 32-yard pass play to Wooden. So big play in the game.
Step in. And Batesburg-Leesville takes its first time out, and we'll take one with them. 8:44 left in quarter number 2. Seven 0 Batesburg-Leesville leads Saluda with 8:44 left in the first half. The student section.
Yeah, great atmosphere, man. Every aspect, just great atmosphere. Here goes
And
Wooden.
they got something to cheer about now. Wooden tiptoes down the sidelines, and he's still on his feet. He's going to be called out back at the 42-yard line. But still a great run and a first down for Batesburg-Leesville.
Yeah, the big fella Wooden right in front of us. Here's our broadcast vantage point, but what a run. He did step out of bounds, it looked like. And another good little misdirection play by Batesburg-Leesville. You'll see right there he stepped out.
And their flag's going to negate the whole thing. So.
Oh, wow. Batesburg's fans are not going to be pleased here.
We couldn't see the flag, but it's going to back the Panthers all the way up inside their own 20. There you see it at the top of your screen.
Good job by the crew to catch that.
Yep.
And by the way, if you don't hear Nathan Edwards as much as you normally do tonight, our spotter and statistician and everything, he is roaming the sidelines, getting stats. I love it.
15-yard line is where they'll put it down. So wipe out the first down, wipe out the big gain. Make it the 17-yard line.
Now it's 3rd and 17. Remember, it was 3rd and 17 earlier, and they got a 5-yard penalty, and then 3rd and 22 and converted. I'm sure Saluda would like to handle this differently this time. Wow, that talk about a shift in emotions. Wooden takes it almost to the house, and instead now it's 3rd and 17. So Saluda gets a bit of a break.
And Batesburg-Leesville will call its second timeout here in this first half. Well, the Batesburg-Leesville Saluda rivalry runs deep right through the middle of WJBF News Channel 6. We have, if you saw in our opening segment, Sherry Sheely, our Good Morning Augusta meteorologist, with whom most of you should be familiar, a proud resident of Batesburg-Leesville. Her family, of course, longtime residents and owners of Sheely's Barbecue. And on the right, Brianna Adams, our traffic manager, a proud Saluda grad. And traffic manager, by the way, that's a TV term. She's not out in the parking lot directing cars around. She is responsible for everything you see on our air.
All the commercials,
and when it airs. So you got to keep her happy. And yeah, we had to keep those two separated.
So I was going to say, did they talk at all?
No.
Yeah. Good job.
Well, in full disclosure, they work completely opposite shifts on completely opposite ends of the building. So I'm not really sure how much they talk anyway, but definitely not this week, probably.
Maybe they got a friendly wager on the game that we don't know about.
Sherry, you can catch in the morning, 7 a.m. on Good Morning Augusta with Sean Cabbage-Stalk.
Which, by the way, is still my favorite TV name.
Fantastic.
It's spectacular.
Well, I assume Cabbage-Stalk, not Sherry Sheely.
Oh, I thought, yeah.
Sheely's not bad either, especially if you live around these parts. There's a Sheely name on everything. She told me they're not all related. There's just a lot of Sheelys around here. 3rd and 17 and movement.
Well, when it was 3rd and 17 last time, Batesburg-Leesville had a penalty that backed them up. This time it's going to be on Saluda.
5-yard penalty.
They'll be closer by 5 yards.
Still 3rd down.
Up to the 18-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 12.
And by the way, in the first quarter, speaking of that region, 96 and Strom Thurmond are scoreless in the first.
Oh, that if 96 wins and Batesburg wins, that would take care of everything. 3rd and 12, and
did he get it?
Leesville, I believe, picks up the first down, and they do.
That's Clark.
By a yard.
That is the dangerous Clark, the wide receiver. Jamarius Clark, watch here, along the sidelines.
Well, great job keeping his feet in bounds.
And another good throw, pinpoint throw by Tanner Watkins.
All the way up to the 32-yard line. They needed 12. They got 14.
Well, so far the key to the game is Saluda can't get off the field defensively on 3rd down. They've given up a 3rd and 12, a 3rd and 22, allowing Batesburg to keep these drives alive.
And back to the ground on 1st down, and it's Wooden again for about 5.
It seems like they're at certain times double teaming a lot, but if they're running to the opposite side of where he's lined up, it's almost like they're kind of letting him go and just getting the play out quick. JT Lott can disrupt a lot of things on that. Remember, saw him earlier strip the football out on a play.
Gave him 7 on first down, 2nd and 3. And it's going to be 3rd and 2.
Yeah, good job by the Saluda defense there. Lott came in at the end, but the play had already been made at that point. So good job there. Because right now, so far, again, like I said earlier, I think Wooden, 22, Amandre Wooden has been the best player on the field. He's asking to come out, though, here. They're going to get a sub in for him.
And that is Clarence Springs. Okay. That's out. So 3rd and 1 as they take a break to talk about it.
Five yards, results in a first down.
Another big penalty going to go against Saluda.
So that'll give them a first down. So Batesburg, the drive stays alive.
Up to the 46-yard line and a big first down. And this lengthy drive for Batesburg continues.
Well, they're eating up clock. They're keeping that Saluda defense on the field.
And another one.
Yep.
Defense. 5-yard penalty.
And the natives getting a little restless on the Saluda side.
Yeah, fans not happy there. Their team jumped off sides.
That's going to put them into Tiger territory at the 49-yard line.
Yeah, first drive of the game, Batesburg marched right down the field and scored. Since then, neither team able to find the end zone.
Ooh. 6 penalties now for 44 yards for the Saluda Tigers. Usually a very disciplined football team, and they were on first down here.
Yeah, nice play there for one of the few times they've been able to stop Wooden without him getting a bunch of yards.
Still gained 3. 2nd and 7 from the Saluda 46. Or the Batesburg 49, I should say. Wooden in all sorts of trouble. Jordan Hagler.
Yeah, Hagler, a great job there. Staying home, making the play, not letting the big, back break away. Held on to him. Good job by Hagler.
He does a little bit of everything on defense for these Tigers. 44 tackles, a sack, 2 blocked punts, and 2 interceptions. And the big tackle here brings up 3rd and 8. And a huge 3rd down for this Saluda defense.
Well, they haven't been able to get them off the field. These 3rd downs have been killing them. This is a big one here.
Watkins wants a bunch, and again, the Panthers convert on 3rd down into Saluda territory at the 36-yard line. Jamarius Clark once again.
Well, I'm not even counting the short ones, 3rd and 5 and in, like 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2, whatever. They've converted a 3rd and 22, a 3rd and 12, and a 3rd and 8 already in this game.
And that one was good for 25 yards.
Yeah, if you can't get off the field on 3rd down, you're going to struggle. And right now, Saluda, they're only down 7, though, but Batesburg has really kind of assumed control of this game thanks to their, efficiency on third down.
Under 5 to play now, and nobody home. He was looking for Clark again.
Yeah, ball overthrown. The defender was right there on Clark. That is just demoralizing if you're a defender, though, especially when you have them 3rd and long, where you've made 1 or 2 really good plays and then you give up 3rd down. It's demoralizing as a fan watching your team do it. I can't imagine being out there as a player. And Watkins has been able to find Clark right one time Wooden and then Clark twice, just past the 1st down marker.
This drive has already eaten up almost 5 minutes of this second quarter, and it's Wooden just pushing his way ahead, met by purple jerseys at the 35.
Yeah, Lott trying to rip the ball out again. That time Wooden did a good job holding on to it. Watch at the end of the play. You'll see number 9, Lott, gets a hold, and he's trying to get that. Well, actually, no, he just had the jersey, just trying to pull him back.
Akeem Mills also in on the tackle for Saluda. Hey, guess what down it is, AB?
Oh, it's 3rd. Well, 3rd and 5, that's a piece of cake the way they're going. Saluda needs a stop. This would be a big play for the Saluda defense if they can get off the field here. Well, you don't even know if you're going to get off the field. They'll probably go for it on 4th. But you at least got to put them in that position.
Line to gain the 27. Watkins. It's Clark again, diving forward. 1st down again. It's like clockwork with this Batesburg-Leesville offense.
Well, key number 1 for Saluda, limit the big plays in the pass game, mostly to Jamarius Clark, and they have not been able to stop Clark. Another 3rd down conversion.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line. Time of possession will be a very interesting stat to look at halftime. Wooden, straight ahead, not much.
Play number 13 in the drive, Nathan's telling us.
Yeah, this started way back at the Batesburg-Leesville 20-yard line.
And I think I heard him say Clark has 5 catches for 75 yards in the first half. Pretty impressive stuff.
There was 9:32 left on the clock in the second quarter when Batesburg-Leesville took over. New back. Couldn't tell who. It's Clarence Springs. And not a whole bunch on second down. So.
Yeah, Lott was out there along with another defender on the stop.
Here we go again.
3rd and 10 this time.
They're actually going to back it up 1 yard and call it 3rd and 11. So upping the degree of difficulty a little bit here.
Well, they've already got a 3rd and 22 and a 3rd and 12.
Watkins fires right in front of us. It is complete. It is Clark again to the 16-yard line. A gain of 8, so it's going to be 4th and about 3.
That's 6 catches for 83 yards for Clark. But as you said, just a little bit short.
You see the Busby's instant replay. Ball just outside the 15-yard line. And Batesburg-Leesville will call its final timeout of this first half with 1:28 left to play.
I thought, John, I was going to have to catch that ball on 3rd down. It was coming right at me.
Well, if you had, it would have been a first down.
Clark got in the way.
Because we're at about the 5-yard line. Stick around for the Kimberly Clark halftime show. We will have a special performance by the Saluda Tiger Marching Band. And it's a big night, not only on Game Night Live, but on Football Friday night as well. At halftime, we are going to be announcing the location, the venue for Border Bowl 12 coming up this January. I told you last week we're making a little history this year. I'll explain at halftime. And then on Football Friday night, Gianna Cephalou and Graham Lee will reveal the rosters for Team Georgia and Team South Carolina.
Yeah, always exciting, and the players look so forward to this night to see if they were able to make it. So you're going to have a lot of senior football players' eyeballs on the television screen tonight.
That's coming your way at 11:35. And again, the announcement of the host site for Border Bowl 12 coming your way at halftime. But that's 1 minute and 28 seconds away. First things first, big 4th and 2 facing Batesburg-Leesville from just outside the Saluda 15-yard line. This will be the 15th play of this drive. That has now eaten more than 8 minutes off of the clock.
My guess is Wooden's going to get this ball somehow.
He does. He's got the first down. And he's down at the 6-yard line. 1st and goal, Batesburg-Leesville.
Yeah, Wooden has been spectacular tonight. Good job by the line up front, giving him a little room there. And once he gets a crease, he can go. And the drive is alive. Play 16 coming up. And not only are they converting 3rd down, now they're converting on 4th down.
First and goal from the 6. A fake to Wooden, and nobody bought it for Saluda.
I don't know, John, if it was necessarily a fake. I think Lott got there so fast that Watkins couldn't pitch it. What a play by Lott. JT Lott has been spectacular tonight for Saluda.
Again, came into the night leading this team in tackles with 55 and added at least 3 more to that. Inside the final minute now.
They lose 4 yards on the play
They have no timeouts left. And they'll spike it with 26.9 left.
So they lost 4 on 1st down. So it's 3rd and goal from the 10.
Not ideal. But the way they've managed
they would
this
rather,
drive.
they're better on 3rd and 4th down than 1st and 2nd.
They have eaten the final 9 minutes and change of this first half. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, this is play 17. Unbelievable. It might be 18. I'm losing track.
And now Saluda will take a timeout with 26.9 left on the clock.
Yeah, I think this is play 18 coming up. Unbelievable.
This is a Batesburg-Leesville team that was 12 and 17 the last 3 seasons. And Greg Lawson was asked, what's the difference in this year's team? You go from 12 and 17 3 years, and then you're 8-0 this year. And he said they're just older.
Yeah.
They got more experience. Yeah. And he said they really bought in the offseason, and they wanted to change the culture. And boy, have they. 8-0 and up 7-0 and driving for more, but 3rd and 10 in obvious 2-down territory.
Yeah, 18 plays, 9 minutes and 6 seconds to this drive. It's almost the entire second quarter.
Whether you get points or not here for Batesburg-Leesville, and of course you got halftime to catch your breath, but boy,
you've worn out the defense.
This is a worn-out defense. I get it. They're all 17, 18. They have lots of energy. But
they'll get a little bit of energy lift if they can stop them without scoring here, though. I can promise you that. Here we go. 3rd down, 3rd and goal from the 10.
Watkins, far side. Witt. Touchdown. The sheriff's office from Lexington County excited about it.
That reaction from the officer was incredible.
Another third down conversion, this one for 6.
And he just a simple little screen pass, some good blocking on the side, and they score from 10 yards out.
And as if Watkins hasn't done enough already, he'll knock through the extra point to make it 14-0. Batesburg-Leesville with 21.1 seconds left in the half.
Wow. 19-play drive that took, 9 minutes and 13 seconds? Or 9 minutes and 11 seconds.
A whole bunch of time.
A whole bunch of time. And that's the demoralizing part there. Like you said, they're going to be worn out and tired. I said they'd get a lift if they stop them. Now they ate up all that clock and you gave up the score and you're down 2 touchdowns. You're going to test the mettle of this Saluda team in the second half. Are they able to battle back?
And this raucous Saluda crowd that began the night is awful quiet now, and the Batesburg-Leesville faithful are on their feet. But still half a game to play.
Well, and there's still 21 seconds left. I mean, you don't want to do anything crazy, but if you're able to maybe get a return.
And you have 2 timeouts.
Yeah.
We'll mention again that Saluda with John Pinto, he's hit from 34. So if you can get to the 17, there's a flag down.
Yeah, they're going to have to kick it again.
Again, don't forget the Kimberly Clark halftime show. We'll be announcing the host location for Border Bowl 12. And Kira Goldstein will have special guests. And the Saluda High School Marching Band. I was here, I mentioned I spent parts of the last couple of days in both of these communities doing prep for the game. And I was driving on the actual campus of Saluda High School, and I saw the band truck. They've won a lot of state championships. I lost count reading the side of the truck. So you'll get to see what makes them so great.
Well, again, 21 seconds left, 2 timeouts.
There you see the football state champions, 41, 62, 63, 2019. They would love to add another one here in 2024 as the kick will be taken at the 10-yard line. And not a whole lot of room to run. Gaines going the wrong way for Saluda and dropped inside the 15-yard line.
Well, Batesburg-Leesville swarming around the ball. They're hyped up. They've got the momentum on their side. If you're Saluda, I'm assuming they're going to take this to the locker room and try to regroup. And I got to give it to the Batesburg-Leesville fans. They have come here tonight. They're loud. They're raucous. And, I know Saluda's got the home field advantage, but Batesburg has brought a bunch of people, and they're super loud here tonight.
So we'll see what Stuart Young wants to do with these final 11.8 seconds of this first half.
Braden Williams is in there. Don't know that they will do anything here other than sit on this football.
Josh Euler back deep to protect, and that usually means taking the knee and taking it to the locker room. And that is exactly what the Tigers will do. What a first half for the Batesburg-Leesville Panthers. 14-0 after 24 minutes of football here in Saluda. Getting a heck of a send-off from the fans as they take it to the locker room here at halftime. And Kira Goldstein is standing by with the head coach of the Batesburg-Leesville Panthers, Greg Lawson.
Coach, over 80 yards so far for Jamarius Clark. What's working so well in your pass game tonight?
Well, right now we've made some mistakes. We threw one interception. We fumbled the football. Their defense, Mr. Lott over there, number 9, is a force to be reckoned with. And like I said, we still got a lot of football game left, so we're going to have to come out and play flawless football because they're going to come out and give us their best shot in the second half.
Going into the half up by 2 scores, how do you keep your foot on the gas?
Well, we got to be able to block up front right now, and then late in that first half, you know, they started getting an advantage on us when the run game. So we're going to have to mix it up a little bit more.
Thanks for the time, Coach. Appreciate it. Guys, we'll send it over to you.
All right, Kira, thanks, Coach. Thanks, boy. That's a football coach right there. We were sitting here thinking Batesburg-Leesville's played essentially a perfect first half. Oh, no.
They started, their defensive line started getting after us there after a 19-play scoring drive. I love it.
Fantastic. Love it. All right, Batesburg-Leesville 14, Saluda nothing. The Kimberly-Clark halftime show is next right here on Game Night Live.
Welcome back to Game Night Live between Saluda and Batesburg-Leesville. I'm down here on the sideline with my good friend. Adam, why don't you introduce yourself and explain what you do at WJBF?
Sure. Kira, I'm Adam Carsons. I'm a senior account executive at WJBF. And, you know, some of the things that we're real proud of at WJBF is a lot of our initiatives like, you know, coming to Saluda to do Game Night Live.
I know another thing that we're very proud of is Border Bowl. Can you explain what Border Bowl is?
Sure. So Border Bowl 12 is coming up in January, and it is basically a high school all-star game for seniors from both Georgia and South Carolina from our viewing area. And so they face off each other, and it's sometimes these kids the last time of ever playing high school football. And then there's some kids that have gotten scholarships out of it. It's really a great event, but probably the best part about it is that the proceeds from the game go to the Ronald McDonald House. And to date, we have donated over $125,000 to Ronald McDonald House because of the game.
And can you explain what the Ronald McDonald House is with helping kids with cancer?
Sure, yeah. Ronald McDonald House is a home away from home for parents that are in at the children's hospital with their child. It gives them a place to stay, meals, and kind of gives them, you know, a little bit more of a comfort from home instead of, you know, being stuck in a hotel room, stuff like that.
It's very, very, very important. Now, one of the exciting parts of this is that we're going to be announcing the roster. Where can people go to find out information of who is going to be playing in Border Bowl?
Yeah, so tonight on Football Friday night at 11:35, we are going to be announcing the team, the location, and everything. And just FYI on this game, Georgia has won the last 3, but maybe there's going to be a twist this year.
Maybe. South Carolina might come into this one hungry. Thanks so much, Adam. We appreciate it.
You got it.
All right, guys. We actually might have John and AB announce that location early. We're going to check in with them, see if they can tell you where it is. Don't go anywhere. In the meantime, let's check out the Saluda Band. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back with more of the Game Night Live halftime show. Welcome back to Game Night Live. I'm here with the captain of the ship, the man in charge, Principal Etheridge. How long have you been the principal here?
This is year 6 at Saluda High School, and it's been a fantastic journey for me.
What is it like getting to be a principal at a school with so many talented athletes, students, etc.?
I mean, it's amazing. I can't say enough about our community. As you can see, all the people here. This is on a Friday night. You're going to be here in Saluda, but we have great students. We have, I mean, our athletic programs have been awesome. Our band is awesome. I can't say enough about how our students behave. So I really am blessed and lucky to be the principal of Saluda High School.
I know that the kids here work just as hard on their athletic fields as they do in the classroom. How hard have you seen these kids work?
Oh, they're always here. We have some amazingly hardworking students on and off the field. So I really just can't say enough about them. And I'll give a shout out to Batesburg. I mean, we're rivals on the field, but I mean, honestly, we share a lot of the same kids as far as like we have a program where some of their kids come to our school, some of our kids to go to their school, and it's been a really good partnership. So they're a great program also.
I love the way you guys work together. That's awesome. All right, well, what is the most rewarding part about getting to be a principal?
Oh, just being able to serve my community. And I'm a homegrown guy, so being able to serve and help kids grow, that's the best part.
All right, thank you so much, Principal Etheridge. We appreciate the time. All right, guys, don't go anywhere. More excitement coming up. Welcome back to Game Night Live. I'm on the sideline with Saluda head coach Young. Coach, Batesburg-Leesville has really been honing in on those third and longs.
Yeah, we can't get out. We're not getting off the field on third down. They probably converted 5 of them in their long yardage. We're not getting to the quarterback. He's throwing a really good ball, and we're getting ran off, and they're just stopping, and they're wide open, and we made some adjustments. I hope at halftime to stop that, but got to score on offense. You know, we got to get the ball down the field and take advantage of the turnovers that we did get.
How do you want to get your team energized in the second half?
Yeah, we got to get the momentum, and it's hard to generate fake momentum. You got to go earn it, and we got to do something here as a team to earn some momentum. Then it can change the complexion of the game. But we've got to do that. We've got to dig deep and find it.
Thanks for the time, Coach. Appreciate it. All right, guys. John, AB, take it away.
Yeah, you mentioned those third down conversions, the key to that first half for Batesburg-Leesville. All right, we promised you a big-time announcement here on the Kimberly-Clark Halftime Show, and so here we go. For the first time ever, Border Bowl is headed to South Carolina. Border Bowl 12 this January, take a look, will be played at Strom-Thurmond High School in Edgefield County, home of the Rebels, and we've talked about them already tonight. They are still in the mix for a region championship here in this region 2AA. But what a venue that is going to be, what a day that is going to be. January the 11th is when we will be there in Johnston, South Carolina for Border Bowl 12. Tickets will go on sale very soon. You want to keep an eye on WJBF.com and WJBF NewsChannel 6 for more information about that. But Team Georgia, Team South Carolina about ready to go at it again.
Always one of the best atmospheres year in and year out is at Strom-Thurmond. They love their football. They love their Rebels. And now they'll get a chance to see the best seniors in Georgia versus the best teams in South Carolina. I cannot wait for January.
And again, first time we're ever going to South Carolina with Border Bowl. And that's not the only big announcement tonight. As we said, the rosters for Team Georgia and Team South Carolina will be announced coming up on Football Friday night at 11:35 with Gianna Cephalou and Graham Lee over on WJBF News Channel 6. All right, we got a little bit more to go here on the Kimberly-Clark Halftime Show. We'll take a look at some of the first half stats and some of the scores from around the area. That's when the halftime show rolls on, and then Saluda will have the second half kickoff all coming up next. Getting ready for the second half kickoff here at Bettis Herlong Stadium in Saluda, South Carolina. And Batesburg-Leesville won the toss to start the game, elected to defer to the second half. And so the Saluda Tigers down 14-0 will get the ball to start the second half. And AB, a couple of stats that really stood out to us. Number one, Saluda with -3 rushing yards in the first half. This is a team that runs at 77% of the time.
Well, they average 31 points a game. They have a 0 and -3 yards rushing, I think, is a stunner for sure.
And the other one that stood out to us, the number of plays between the two teams. Saluda ran just 16 plays in the first half. Batesburg-Leesville 34. A lot of that had to do with that 9+ minute drive there at the end of the second quarter.
Yeah, 19-play drive, so 34 plays to 16, doubling up there. The defense has been on the field for a while for Saluda. Really, the first half couldn't have gone much better for Batesburg, especially when they were able to punch it in there at the end.
But 24 minutes of football left, and the Panthers recover on the opening kickoff of the second half.
Oh, my goodness. Well,
Drew Centella looked like he pounced on the football.
Yeah, a little onside kick, a little trickery there to start the half.
It was
Did
not
the kicker
Centella.
Get it?
Yes, it was Centella, number 15 for Batesburg-Leesville.
Man, Stuart Young, the head coach at Saluda, was talking with Kira at halftime about getting the momentum, and wow, just like that, Batesburg-Leesville takes the momentum to start the second half with the onside kick.
So Batesburg-Leesville will start from the Saluda 44-yard line.
And we were talking about Wooden and Clark so much in the first half. What a first half for the quarterback, Tanner Watkins. 9 of 13 passing, 126 yards and a touchdown. He did have the one interception, but it's a really good half for him.
Pickup of 2 on first down. We mentioned this stadium is here next to the elementary school. The high school is about 3 miles east of us. And that brick building you see at the top of your screen is the elementary school, as this one is swung out and completed to Tyler Klassen. First time we've called his name tonight, but a big gainer.
Well, one thing I'll say is that's the 10th completion now for Watkins. The Batesburg-Leesville team, their guys know where to run. We talk here at so many times announcers talk about guys not running past the first down marker to catch a pass or not throwing to it. Well, Watkins makes sure he throws beyond the marker to get the first down. He did it right there.
First down to the 33-yard line. Wooden in the backfield with Watkins. Wooden gets the call. Lott missed him. And the second wall got him.
Yeah, Lott missed him, but he did slow him down. And, we heard from, Batesburg-Leesville head coach Greg Lawson, and he was saying that Lott just creates so much havoc up front. We can see why, watching him in the first half, why so many colleges are looking his way. He is a really talented, such a quick player for the defensive line.
So no gain on first down. Watkins is going to take it himself, lowers a shoulder, and gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, guess what?
Third down. 3rd and 10. If you weren't with us, Batesburg-Leesville made a living converting third downs in the second quarter.
Yeah, the coach said 5. They actually converted at least 6, and then they also got a 4th down. Might have been more than that. I started counting because I was noticing how many, but the third down, that was the key to the game, not being able to get off the field on third down. Wooden had the long catch, and he had a long run called back. They actually did an okay job, 15 carries, 48 yards.
Watkins doesn't want the first down. He wants the touchdown, and he has it. K.D. Witt, second touchdown of the night.
Yeah, second TD of the night for Witt, and the second TD pass for Watkins, and Batesburg-Leesville has taken over this game. Gutsy call with the onside kick to start the half, and they make it count.
33 yards on the pitch and catch from Tanner Watkins to K.D. Witt. Watkins' second touchdown pass of the night. He was 9 of 13 for 126 yards in the first half, and that'll put him up near 150.
Well, 33-yard scoring strike. puts him over 150. Then he had the other pass before. He's over 160, and he's also, keep in mind, he's 11 of 15. He's really having himself a night.
But he's got no time to think about that because he's got to kick the point after.
And if you're Saluda, I mean, this is what you woke up in sweats last night, a nightmare at how this game would go, and it's exactly what's happened. Batesburg-Leesville with that first great drive. They end the half with a long drive. They get the onside kick and make it count.
Well, there has been so much anticipation and buildup and hype surrounding this game in both of these communities. As an offsides flag against Saluda is declined. So it'll be Watkins for the point after.
And Saluda jumped off sides there.
Again. And declined again.
Yeah, Watkins is like, just let me kick this thing and go to the sidelines for a breather.
Third time's a charm.
Yeah, you almost think Saluda's going to have to get this ball and score to get back in this thing.
21-0, 9:18 left in the third. For the Saluda County Educational Complex, that is where the high school and middle schools are here in Saluda, about 3 miles east of where we sit right now at the elementary school. And Bettis Herlong Stadium. It has been all Batesburg-Leesville all night. Will the Tigers have any kind of an answer? They'll start from their 35-yard line.
Well, let's get our QBs by the quarter real quick. At the half, these are stats from at the half. Chandler Watkins, what a first half. 9 of 13 passing, 126 yards and a TD for Batesburg-Leesville. He didn't run the ball. And then for Saluda, Drew Arant, 3 of 6 passing for 64 yards. He did have an interception. That's your QBs by the quarter, brought to you by Culpeper Lumber Ace Hardware.
You ready for my stat of the night? It's not really a stat. It's more of a fact.
I'm ready.
I've been saving this one for the second half to reward the people that stick with us. A short gain on first down. And that was Tristan Daniels, who has been bottled up so far here tonight. I had to do a double take when I looked at this, doing some game research earlier today.
Yeah.
Batesburg-Leesville has made the playoffs every year since 1988.
Wow.
1987 is how far you have to go back for the last time there was a postseason without Batesburg-Leesville.
36 straight years, maybe and probably headed to 37. Is that right? 35 years? Yeah, that's incredible.
Big gain on second down. That's going to be a first down into Batesburg-Leesville territory. And that's the spark that Saluda needed.
Well,
getting Braden Williams back in the game and back in the mix.
This crowd would go crazy if Saluda's able to score here and get back in this thing. They need it, though. You can't give the ball back over to Batesburg-Leesville quickly on this drive. You got to get a drive going. You need points. And that was a big way to start that drive from Braden Williams.
Williams was hurt for a large portion of the first half and nowhere near his normal numbers. We'll see if he's healthy and ready to go here in the second. He will not get the ball on first down.
Yeah, that's the sophomore, Daniels.
Tristan up to midfield. Gain of 2.
And Arant, he's looked pretty good throwing the ball. He did have the one interception, but that was in the back of the end zone, and a spectacular play was made by the defensive back. He's thrown the ball pretty well tonight.
Daniels will get the call again, pushing and pulling his way ahead.
Yeah, going to be about 3 yards shy. That was a good play, draw play up the middle with Daniels.
And I believe Christian Burkett was one of the first men there to meet him for Batesburg-Leesville.
Well, we've had some great crowds on Game Night Live, and you could argue who has the best home crowd and all that. The best visiting crowd I've seen so far this year is Batesburg-Leesville. They've had a lot to cheer about, and they have been loud and into this game from the start.
3rd and 2.
They didn't have far to go either.
No,
to be
16
fair.
miles. tripped up but kept his feet. First down at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, good hard run by Daniels. And he's a little bit slow to get up. Hobbling a little bit on that right leg. Williams comes back in. So both running backs have been banged up during the game tonight for Batesburg. Watch this good hard run, though. He trips and still keeps going. And then at the end of the play, injured that right leg.
This is the best looking drive we've seen from Saluda.
Yeah.
As they have made it all the way to the Batesburg-Leesville 35-yard line.
Yeah, and you have time, but if you don't come away with points on this one, then you start to get into the area of not having a lot of time. You got to have 3 scores, and you've got to stop Batesburg-Leesville, which they have not had a great time doing tonight.
2nd and 8 from the 33. Williams was in, does not get the call, and it's picked off. Second interception thrown tonight by Drew Arant.
Watch the replay, and it's easy for me to sit up here. I've got this great view to watch, but he had a receiver out in the flats open. He threw it inside, and it was picked off.
Clarence Springs.
Yeah, just a good play on the ball, and, man, that is a backbreaker. They were driving the football, best drive of the night, and it's picked off by Batesburg-Leesville.
And instead, it is 1st and 10 once again for Batesburg-Leesville from their 36-yard line. Got another car being towed, AB.
I was lucky last week. I had my fingers crossed as I walked to mine, and it was not towed.
It's a game night live tradition unlike any other as they go back to KD Witt. Witt having a heck of a ball game.
Yeah, Witt, I mean, we talked about Clark in the great first half he had with 6 catches for 84 yards. All of a sudden, though, Witt, who had 2 catches for 12 yards and a touchdown in the first half, he had the 33-yard TD in the second half, and now another catch. He's up to 4 catches and over 50 yards. So the passing game has been the key tonight for Batesburg. They started off running the ball, and they've slowly added. That passing game has really taken off. That's 12 for 16 now for Watkins.
Couple more on 2nd down, bring up 3rd and about 3.
Well, if you complete 75% of your passes, which he's done, and your defense is opportunistic, which they've been, you know, that is a good recipe for victories, and that's you can see why this team is 8-0 coming into this game.
3rd and 3 from the 42.
Here we go again, another 3rd down. They've got to try and get off the field. And
instead, they're going to draw them off.
Yeah, not even going to have to run a play. Another 3rd down conversion, this time with a penalty.
Dead ball, encroachment against the defense. Results in a 1st down.
And that'll drive Stuart Young nuts because it's one thing to give up the 1st down. It's another thing to not even have a chance.
And it's amazing. This Saluda team's great. They're ranked 2 in the state. They're 7-0. But when things start going against you, and then you give up an onside kick, you give up 3rd and 22, you get the penalty there. And here's Wooden with another 1st down.
Yeah, Madre Wooden has had a huge night. 48 yards and a score in the first half. Picks up where he left off here in the second.
Well, Annie had a long run called back. Remember the one right on the sidelines. Annie caught a 30-yard pass that was on that 3rd and 22 play.
Hawk Law Group 1st down. And now Springs will come back in. We have a visitor in the booth. Some sort of insect just fell on us. And we have a tent. How's that even possible?
I don't know, especially where he fell.
He flew away. He's
away. We're good. We're good.
Is safe.
I'm safe. Thank you for checking on me.
We've protected our national treasure. Now we got a mosquito chasing AB around. And Saluda's defense chasing the Batesburg-Leesville offense around. That was Springs again for another 1st down.
Well, the superstars for Batesburg-Leesville, Tanner Watkins. You mentioned Springs, who's been great. You know, Wooden has been outstanding. Clark's been good. Witt has the interception and 2 touchdown catches. It has been a solid performance from this Batesburg-Leesville team.
1st and 10 at the Saluda 27.
I mean, how the heck are we going to pick a player of the game if Batesburg-Leesville hangs on here?
And another big gain on 1st down. They're just biting it off in chunks now.
Yeah.
That was Springs.
Yeah, Springs has an interception. He's had some good runs here in the 3rd quarter. You know, Watkins, over 160 yards passing. He's 12 of 16, and he's made all his extra points. Got a couple of TD passes.
Pickup of 4 on 6, I should say, on 1st down. So 2nd and 4.
Yeah, while Batesburg-Leesville leads this all-time series 54, 35, and 1, 7 of the last 10 have been won by Saluda.
Wooden picks up the 1st down.
So Batesburg-Leesville with the win last year, and man, it's looking like they might be headed to another one, barring something big happening for Saluda.
This is going to raise a lot of eyebrows around the state. It's raised our eyebrows as well, because I really thought this was going to be a game that
20 to 17,
something 17,
like that. 14,
right down to the final minute.
And it could be. I mean, there's still time, but if they get a score here, you've got to keep them out of the end zone. You got to.
1st and 10 from the 14. This time Wooden eaten alive.
Yeah, good job by the Saluda defense.
Yeah, Nick Butler on the stop.
Yeah, they were able to string it out and get the stop. But yeah, you can't give up. You got to keep them out of the end zone. You really can't give up points, but you definitely can't give up a touchdown. Touchdown would make it a 4-score game, and we're only 2 minutes left here in this quarter. 2 minutes 10 seconds or so.
Wooden straight ahead, pushed back. So this Saluda defense bowing its neck, trying to bend but not break down.
Well, they've been good on 1st and 2nd down. They just haven't been good on 3rd down.
Guess what down it is?
It is 3rd down. That was Lott again. By the way, Lott tonight has played his heart. I mean, he has been outstanding. But again, it's just been a barrage of different players that he's had to deal with from Batesburg-Leesville. Yeah, Lott's one of the better. You know, I thought the great player Jaden Worth from Aquinas was the best disruptor. I don't know. Lott might be even better as far as what we've seen this year.
Tanner Watkins throws complete to Witt at the 5-6 yard line.
Usually when he throws, it's complete. I mean, just racking up completions and yards. That's 13 completions now on 17 attempts. Witt with another catch. He now has 5 catches.
2 of them for scores. And we're inside the final minute.
And he's got an interception on defense. As good as Wooden's been, he's been overshadowed a little bit by Witt, Clark, and Watkins as far as stats go. But I think Wooden has been outstanding, though. He is, boy, a tough customer.
Going for it on 4th down. Well, we'll see if they try to draw him off. 4th and 3 from the 6.
Yeah, this could be a really big stop for Saluda. Timeout on the field.
Timeout, Batesburg.
So Batesburg-Leesville calls its first timeout of this 3rd quarter.
Here's where you just preach to your team if you're Saluda. Guys, we've wanted this game all year. We lost to them last year. We've wanted this game all year. We've waited 365 days. If we are going to have a chance to win this game, we have to get a stop right here. I mean, you've got to make a play right now. They cannot give up points. Field goal maybe, but you really can't give up points. So if they're able to stop them here, get the ball back, maybe give themselves a chance. They can feed off that a little bit, but you just can't give up the 1st down here.
Mentioned the progress being made here in Saluda, that red brick building that you saw. You can see at the left-hand corner of your screen. That is the elementary school. That won't be around much longer. They are going to tear that down to make way for a new elementary school, which is kind of being built right next to the old one. And of course, the middle and high schools we showed you a little bit earlier, already fairly new. So a lot happening here in the Saluda County School District. But right now, their Tigers trailing 21-0 with their backs against their goal line. 4th and 3, Batesburg-Leesville.
Yeah, got to get a play if you're Saluda.
Wooden, pushing, Wooden, touchdown.
Well, that's his second touchdown of the night. Add that to all the superlatives we've been talking about. Amadre Wooden. And he had another long run called back. He's been great tonight. And Batesburg-Leesville has simply dominated this football game from start. The first drive, they end the first half with a long drive. They get the onside kick and score. Then they get the turnover and score. What a night for the Panthers so far.
Watkins, point after. Wooden had 3 scores a week ago in the 48-0 win over Pillion. He's got 2 tonight, and it's 28-0. You were looking at a very happy group of Batesburg-Leesville fans.
Yeah, I mean, and why not? I mean, everything that can go right has gone right. I mean, every single thing they've dialed up. All the play, the great play calling on that first drive where they kept Saluda on their heels with the misdirection. And, man, it's just been they've just been dialed in. The coaching staff, the fans, the players, it's been that kind of night. And, you know, if you're Saluda, you know, there's a lot to play for the rest of the way. But, you know, and again, they've got a whole quarter left, but down 28-0 against this football team, that is a monumental task.
You see those 4 state champions. The history runs deep. So deep on both sidelines for these two teams. Saluda with those 4 state champions you see at the state championships you see at the bottom, the most recent coming in 2019. They've also won 8 region championships. They started playing football here in 1920. And on the other side, Batesburg-Leesville, they started playing in 1914. They have 18 region championships and 5 state titles, the most recent coming back in 2013.
Yeah, they've traditionally just been a really solid program. And really in the last decade or so, Saluda has been, you know, a team that you could argue is right there as well. So it's great that these two teams are so close and this rivalry means so much to them. There's just something special about small town football. And we see it with Lincoln County and Washington Wilkes we mentioned earlier, and there are a few others. It's just something special about it.
Well, you and I mentioned in the first half, first time either of us have done a game here in Saluda, and just fantastic atmosphere. Just been very impressed with the whole deal.
That's what's funny. You hear people argue, like in college, what's the best rivalry? You know, Alabama, Auburn, Georgia, Florida, Georgia, Tennessee, Michigan, Ohio State, whatever.
I'd put this up with any of the high school rivalries.
What I was going to say, yeah, until you actually witness it, man, I'm never going to argue a rivalry again because I would not have put this one there. Mm-hmm. And after being here, I don't know that there's any better. I mean, you could argue, but this one's right up there.
We're also keeping an eye on a couple of other games with region championship implications. Lincoln County trying to clinch their region championship, taking on Greene County.
Yeah, trying to go a perfect 9-0. They had a big lead at the half.
And if this score holds here, the Strom-Thurmond 96 score, as a flag flies at the end of the kickoff, the Strom-Thurmond 96 score could become very important. As we mentioned in the first half, if Batesburg can hold on here and Strom-Thurmond wins against 96, then you would have Batesburg-Leesville at Strom-Thurmond 1 week from tonight for the Region 2 AA championship.
Well, and talk about rivalries, also a rivalry, South Aiken and Aiken. And Aiken has been so down in recent years. They're giving South Aiken everything they can handle. It was 14-14, but Javon Edwards of South Aiken just scored his 3rd touchdown of the night to put South Aiken up 20-14 late in the 3rd.
And we have seen what Javon Edwards can do and how he can change a game with the
kicking receiving team.
And we might have an
Personal
upset
foul.
alert in the
receiving team.
Early second half. Bradwell Institute.
Wow.
Lead Evans, who controls their own destiny to make the playoffs. Bradwell's been probably the worst team in their region. And Bradwell Institute leads Evans 25-21. Scott Skadden hadn't given us an update, and that's early in the second half.
That would be a stunning upset. Evans coming off that huge win on Game Night Live a week ago against Greenbrier. And as AB said, put their destiny in their own hands. They just had to beat Bradwell tonight.
Yeah.
And win their last 3 games, and they're in. But right now, Bradwell Institute giving the Knights all they can handle. And this Batesburg-Leesville defense giving Braden Williams all he can handle, but Williams, as he often does, making something out of nothing. Picks up 3.
Well, and it goes to show you, we were talking earlier off camera about, high school football and even college to some extent, it used to be pretty predictable. The same team, you knew who was going to win. It's kind of where you don't know. Bradwell Institute in their region is 1-5, and they've been outscored by 110 points in those games. And Evans is coming off a monster win over Greenbrier. And Bradwell has been blown out by a lot of teams. I mean, last week, Lakeside beat them by 38, and here they are with a chance to beat Evans. It's just a wild, wild year we're having.
Saluda needs points, and needs points quick to get back in this thing. 19 seconds left to play in quarter number 3. 28-0. Batesburg-Leesville leads. This one's going to go to Daniels, and Daniels is going nowhere. Clarence Springs shaking up on the play for Batesburg-Leesville, but it's going to bring up 3rd. Check that, 4th and 3, and we will have to wait until the 4th quarter to see what happens. We are through 3, all Batesburg-Leesville, 28-0. The Saluda County Courthouse in downtown Saluda, just around the corner from us on Main Street. Saluda County established way back in 1895, and on 3rd and 3 to start the 4th quarter, Saluda will pick up the first down. Check that. Hard to see from where we were. He went backwards, not the other way. Okay.
He slipped right here as he tries to throw. You'll see him slide here.
There it is. Okay. I was very confused because I couldn't see from where I was looking.
So 4th down.
4th and 13.
Well, by the way,
of 1st and 10.
Nathan gave us this too. 8 minutes and 23 seconds out of the 12 minutes in the 4th quarter. Batesburg had the ball. That's after 34 plays to 16 in the first half. And they're going to get good field position here as well.
At the 46-yard line, which brings us to our QBs by the quarter.
Well, Tanner Watkins has been great for Batesburg-Leesville. 12 of 16 passing for 173 yards and 2 touchdowns. He does have the 1 interception. And for Saluda, Drew Arant is 3 of 7 for 64 yards. He's now thrown 2 picks, though. And Batesburg, of course, rolling here, 28-0.
And we'll take over from their own 45-yard line.
Yeah, now, if you're Saluda, I don't know. It's just nothing's worked for you tonight. Not a thing. I mean, negative yards rushing in the first half. Not a whole lot. Even though your passing game, you had 64 yards, but you've also got 2 interceptions. Just nothing they have done tonight has worked.
Three receivers to the right, but instead it'll go to Woodward.
And another good run.
Wooden has it across midfield up to the 42-yard line, and you just can't stop him.
Well, and if we were McDonald's offensive and defensive player of the game, offensive, I mean, you got Tanner Watkins, Amandre Wooden, Jamarius Clark, and Katie Witt. You can make an argument for all of them. Defensively, the best player defensively has been JT Lott on Saluda, but they're down 28-0. So this is going to be some tough choices here in the next few minutes.
13-yard pickup for Wooden, so into Saluda territory go the Panthers once again from the 42. Watkins for Wooden. Wooden inside the 35.
Well, I said early in the game Wooden had been the best player on the field, and now he's starting to pile up the yardage as he's going to limp off now, though. Get a break here, but he's starting to pile up the yards as well. Only 48 in the first half. He had a long run called back, And he did have a 30-yard catch to go with those runs, but now as they try to eat clock, which, I mean, nobody that we watched this year is eating the clock better than they have. I mean, they've had the ball over 75% of the offensive plays. This has been crazy.
Clarence Springs back in on first down. Gives Wooden a break. And Watkins, let me be a busted play.
Yeah.
And a flag comes in.
Might be a face mask. This might be a face mask on Saluda here.
The discussion continues.
Five yards. Face mask. 5-yard penalty.
Good call, AB.
Still first down.
Yeah,
they remain first down.
Yeah, they got him as he was trying to slither through some defenders.
5-yard variety.
And Wooden's still not in there. Kira pointing out he limped off the field earlier. So Springs is in the backfield.
Got him again.
Well, the Saluda fans are not happy with their guys jumping off again.
Dead ball. Encroachment. Defense. 5-yard penalty.
That should
results in a first down.
Indeed it does. And takes the Panthers all the way down to the Saluda 22-yard line. Just an incredible job by this Panther defense, holding a Saluda team averaging 31 a game to a goose egg so far. And meanwhile, the Panthers a little off their pace. They average 44 a game. But this is a different animal, this Saluda defense.
Well, they also only give up 7 points a game, but I don't think many people would have predicted they would be holding Saluda below that tonight. But that is exactly what's happening.
Third and 7 from the 19-yard line. Check that, 2nd and 7. Wooden back in the game. Tries to cut and couldn't do it.
Saluda hasn't, I mean, they're still fighting. I mean, you got to respect that.
CJ Springs on the tackle for the Tigers.
Yeah, they're still out there fighting. You had, a couple of guys there, Devin Wallace, and you mentioned Springs making the play, but
loss of 3.
If you're Batesburg-Leesville, you come out of this game feeling pretty good about your team. They have had it's been a spectacular performance tonight.
Watkins had 3 to the near side, throws to the weak side, and was looking for Clark again. Haven't heard from Clark a lot here in the second half, and he's a little slow to get up.
He had 6 catches for 84 yards in the first half. By the way, if he doesn't fall down there, it's another completion. Watkins has been outstanding. We mentioned coming into the fourth quarter, he was 12 of 16 for 173 yards and 2 touchdowns.
And let's hope he's all right.
By the way, Barnwell picked up another nice win, beating Wellbranch tonight, 21-14.
Like they're going to stretch out Jamarius's legs. And their timeout on the field. We'll take it with them. 28-0. Batesburg leads, 7:52 to play.
Over the years, we've counted on them for the stories that impact our lives.
Hello, I'm Jenny Montgomery with NewsChannel 6.
And I'm Brad Means.
But it's more than just news. It's about experience, reliability, and serving our community. So when it matters the most, count on the people you know and trust. Count on the longest-running news team in the entire CSRA. Brad Means and Jenny Montgomery, weeknights on NewsChannel 6. One of the most historic elections of our lifetime, and it all comes down to one night. Count on the most experienced, most watched election team for complete results on every race. Election night in the CSRA, Tuesday on NewsChannel 6.
Good news, Jamarius Clark able to walk off the field under his own power. It is 4th and 10 for Batesburg-Leesville. And the Panthers will reach for a 39-yard field goal.
Tanner Watkins, he's been perfect on PATs tonight.
From 39, nope.
Well, that
never quite got off the ground.
That might be the only bad thing that's happened tonight for Batesburg.
So Saluda with a defensive stand, and the Tigers will take over 28-0, which gives us a chance to ask the Game Night Live trivia question. Tonight's category is Saluda Jeopardy. So we're gonna do this in the format of Jeopardy.
Okay.
I'll give you the answer. You give me the question.
Okay.
This former Saluda coach never had a winning season with the Tigers, but won a state title and several region championships with a rival school. I'll let you think about that for a bit. And don't forget to phrase your answer in the form of a question. Tigers 1st and 10 from their 22. And they'll pick up a first down on first down. Jameer Myers, a sophomore tight end, on the receiving end. Up to the 31-yard line.
Might be a
play blown dead.
Yeah, it might have been a false start. I think the receiver for Saluda got started early.
And one of the receivers is shaken up. The intended receiver.
It was Williams, Braden Williams, who's had a rough night tonight. He got hit at the end of the play, but I think he was the player that took off too quick.
You know, I think we jinxed some of these star players. Remember when we had the West Side game? Nari Conga.
Yeah.
Conga, we were looking forward to seeing him play, calling his name, and he had a rough night.
And since then, he scores like 4 touchdowns every game he played.
5-yard penalty, still first down.
Flag against the Tigers. It's just been that kind of night for Saluda.
Well, one thing we haven't mentioned, while it was a little bit warm maybe earlier when we got here, it's perfect right now. Perfect night football, clear and just beautiful. Well, clear and beautiful. It had been beautiful for Saluda.
I was going to say clear and beautiful for the Panthers. First and 15 from the 26-yard line. And swinging it out on the near side for Folks.
Yeah, Folks had a decent night.
He has been a lone bright spot on the Saluda offense.
Well, I mean, it started early with the injury to Williams, and then you fall behind, and, you know, you had a couple of turnovers. It's just been one of those nights where
everything seemed just a touch off.
And let's not take away from the fact that Batesburg-Leesville is a darn good team. I mean,
that's what I was going to say. Everything seemed to just sort of a tick off for Saluda, but part of that is Batesburg-Leesville's played, and I know Greg Lawson didn't say this at the half. They played almost a perfect football game.
Yeah, they played great. Yeah, like I meant that. When the field goal missed, that's like one of the few things that you would say has gone wrong. Now, they haven't been, I'll say they haven't been great on first and second down. They've waited until third.
You can do that when you convert all the third downs.
When you convert every third down.
Arant. That was very close to being very dangerous. And as it is, Braden Williams dropped.
Yeah, they better be glad Williams held on to that. That was a backward pass. It would have been a live ball.
J.R. Stewart, one of the first in for Batesburg-Leesville. It's a crazy night of high school football around the area.
Yeah, North Augusta, Midland Valley, North Augusta starting to pull away. Controversial play in that game, though, that's going to have some folks talking. And, yeah, definitely tune in to Football Friday night for a lot of reasons tonight, but there's a bunch of good games going on around the area.
Wow, we've got a lot of games with postseason implications. They'll have the highlights for you. If you missed it at the halftime when we announced the location for Border Bowl 12, they'll recap that for you, announce the rosters for Team Georgia and Team South Carolina. I have a feeling some players that are on the field right now we will be seeing in January.
Yeah. Well, Saluda completes a pass there. The catch was made by Euler.
We're going to bring up 4th and a yard. And with 5:17 to go, down 28-0. Stuart Young doesn't really have a choice here.
Yeah.
A lot of the Saluda faithful have begun to head for the exits.
Yeah, I don't think anybody thought with 5 minutes left that we wouldn't have a ball game.
That's going to be a big first down into Batesburg-Leesville territory at the 39-yard line.
Well, keep in mind, too, Saluda, they would fall to 7-1 with this loss. But Braden Williams, their best player this year, is only a junior. The backup running back, Tristan Daniels, who just had the big pickup there, is a sophomore. So they've got, some things to look forward to. And, of course, they're going to be in the playoffs this year.
Arant. Ooh. Big hit on first down. It was Jameer Myers again.
Yeah, Springs with a big hit there at the end of the play.
Myers, a sophomore. Let's watch the call.
It's been a well-officiated game, too. We don't mention that. It kind of gets overlooked. Those are the best officials, the ones you don't notice because they're making all the right calls.
Being an offensive lineman.
Yeah, but they've done a good job tonight. Even the play where somebody pushes and the second guy pushes, you usually get the second guy. Tonight it was offsetting. He caught both of them. They've done a good job tonight.
Illegal motion. 5 yards. Previous spot. Go play down.
Yeah. Myers shaking up. He'll come out. Williams back in.
Yeah, sophomore tight end. If you're Saluda, you already have a win over Strom Thurmond. So as far as region play goes, you'll still be in a good spot for second place.
And if Strom Thurmond wins,
exactly,
beats Batesburg-Leesville next week, you got that three-way tie and chaos.
Yeah, the problem, though, if they don't score any tonight, Batesburg-Leesville will have a shutout if it comes down to that point differential.
True.
Now, who knows what Strom Thurmond does, though. Maybe they score a bunch of points next week. I don't know, though. This team looks
Batesburg-Leesville
good.
Defense looks scary good.
And I haven't seen a team that swarms around the ball as good as they do. Man, when they get their momentum, that crowd into it.
Arant. Did he come down with it?
No, I don't think so. That was Euler trying to make the play.
Closer look on the Busby's replay. Into double coverage.
Yeah, Springs coming over and making a play. Also there was Katie Witt, who's been great tonight.
Don't forget our McDonald's offensive and defensive players of the game coming your way after this one in 4 minutes and 42 seconds. We also have our hit of the game and our Powerade play of the game on what has become a night that Batesburg-Leesville fans will long talk about, at least for the next 51 weeks.
Yeah, that's right. So they get another one in, 93 next year, I guess.
Folks on the receiving end. Yeah, this is the 92nd meeting between these two. Batesburg-Leesville trying to extend that all-time series lead to 55-35-1.
And make it 2 in a row also after the win last year. Yeah, this is a team, though, they're balanced on offense. They don't have a superstar necessarily on defense like Lott for Saluda, but they swarm around the ball, and they can all make plays. Witt, Springs, I mean, they're very good. But they're a complete team, and the play calling early on was pretty impressive. I think this is a Batesburg-Leesville team that I would be really surprised if they don't make a deep run in the postseason. These two teams may see each other again.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
In the meantime, if this score holds, this would be the 6th
illegal
shutout
block in the back against the
this
defense.
year.
In 9 games.
In 9 games.
That
for
is
Batesburg
15.
Leesville.
That is crazy.
10 yards
Now,
from the end of the run.
Having said that,
First down.
Saluda just picked up that big penalty.
Yeah.
Against Batesburg-Leesville, and now has its best chance to punch it in for 6 tonight.
Well, you know they want to, and you know that Batesburg-Leesville wants to hold their arch rival scoreless. So they're still playing hard.
Speaking of which, timeout on the field so the Tigers can talk about it. Got me an answer on that trivia question?
You know, I said earlier that I haven't done Saluda and Batesburg-Leesville. I don't know them as well. I'm racking my brain. I'm going to go Derek Youngblood.
So this former Saluda coach later won a state title.
Who is Derek
I believe 9 region titles with an arch rival school. Maybe if I give you the arch rival school.
Arch rival's the problem. I don't know. Yeah.
The Strom-Thurmond.
Oh, it's. Oh my gosh.
Wait, do we count it if you get it with the hint?
I can see him. He just recently stopped about 3 years ago, maybe.
I can't help you
anymore. Oh my gosh. I can't get it.
The truck says hint doesn't count.
I couldn't have got it. I can't think of his name.
All right.
He was just there, though, not long ago.
The answer is
Lee Sawyer. Oh, my God. That's a good question. I wouldn't have even known that. I knew he had coached somewhere before Strom-Thurmond, but I definitely wouldn't have got it.
You didn't form it, phrase it in the form of a question anyway, so I couldn't have given you credit either way.
Well, it's not who is Derek Youngblood. We know that.
You did phrase that in the form of a question.
I was trying to think who won a state championship, and then I didn't know there are
arch rivals.
Guess. Yeah.
That's a good guess. 1st and 10 from the 23. Saluda trying to avoid the shutout. Arant. And overshoots his man at the 15-yard line.
Now,
looking for Euler.
The last few minutes going by slow because the incomplete passes stopped the clock, and they're going to be throwing every play. Now, the key thing here, if you're Batesburg-Leesville, you want the shutout, but you also don't want anybody to get hurt in a game that you've got in hand. But they're not taking out their starters. This is their rival, and they do not want to give up any points here.
Officials step in again.
I tell you, we haven't given a lot of talked about anyway, giving credit to that defensive front. Big number 65, Travis Gates, the junior defensive tackle up front. Also in there, number 52, Jaquan Corley, a junior. Those guys, I mean, that's one of the reasons that Saluda had negative yards rushing in the first half. That group up front doing a great job tonight.
Second and 10 from the 23-yard line. Arant wants the touchdown. And we lost him in the corner, but based on the reaction by the Tiger faithful, I'm going to say touchdown Saluda.
Well, something for the fans to cheer for there. Too little, too late, but they do get the touchdown on a nicely thrown ball by Arant. There you go. Good shot
there we go. All right. Vic Gaines with his 5th touchdown grab of the year for the Tigers. And John Pinto on to attempt the point after. Myers, who was shaken up earlier, back in now for Saluda. And Pinto now 19 of 22 on points after this year. And Saluda avoids the shutout, now 28-7. Batesburg-Leesville with 4:23 left to play. Well, next week, we thought this was a big one. Well, they don't get any bigger than this. If So next week will be there you go, in Waynesboro, 10th ranked Thompson, number 4 Burke County. And these two teams will be playing for a region. If both teams hold serve tonight, which we believe they will be playing for a region championship. That's a makeup game that was postponed by the hurricane.
Well, it's only fitting that we wrap up the regular season in Waynesboro with that matchup.
One of our favorite games to do, one of our favorite places to do a game, the host side of Border Bowl 11 this past January.
Yeah. And we've so many memories from those games and players, Christian Tutt and Donquell Green, and it's going to be a great game. Can't wait for that one.
So that's 1 week from tonight. We'll wrap up. Hard to believe. We will wrap up the Game Night Live season. It is already that time. Thompson, Burke County. Still 4 minutes and 25 seconds left in this one.
And Batesburg-Leesville will try to get this ball and run the clock out, but going to have to get this onside kick, which they do. Recovered there by number
John
88.
Sawyer.
Yeah.
My baseball coach in high school at South Gwinnett. I don't think they're the same guy. So the Batesburg-Leesville Panthers will start from their 39, 4 minutes, 22 seconds away from what is going to be a fun ride back down Highway 178. Batesburg-Leesville, for the longest time, we have a lot of teams in South Carolina that have two towns divided by a hyphen. Denmark-Olar, Bamberg-Earhart.
Oh, yeah.
We were naming them earlier. Blackville-Hilda, Wagner-Sally, Rich Spring-Minetta. I could go on. Well, Batesburg-Leesville is not two towns. It's Batesburg-Leesville. That is the name of the town. Batesburg, there was a town named Batesburg and a town named Leesville, and they sat next to each other as there was Wooden again. Wooden still on his feet inside the 30-yard line. Did I mention the McDonald's offensive and defensive players of the game will be mentioned at the end of the game?
Well, we've seen a lot of good guys this year. I tell you, that Wooden is really, really talented. And he's been good tonight. They've had a lot of guys making plays, but, man, Amandre Wooden has looked really good.
Well, before he so rudely interrupted my story, there was a town called Batesburg and there was a town called Leesville, and they sat right next to each other for more than 100 years. And then in 1992, they decided to consolidate. So now it is literally known as Batesburg-Leesville, nicknamed Twin Cities for obvious reasons.
Well, he's well over 100 yards with a 32-yarder there. And, by the way, he's only a junior, too. He'll be back next year.
Can't say enough about this Batesburg-Leesville performance. Wooden, nothing this time.
And now the clock will run as we are. They're going to.
Devin Wallace in on the stop, flag down.
Just as I said the clock would run, the flag goes down to stop it.
Well, and just as you said, it had been kind of a clean game.
Yeah.
Getting a little sloppy here late.
Batesburg-Leesville will going to improve to 9.
They're blocking the back. It's the offense. 10-yard penalty. Still first down.
So first and 20 now.
And these Panthers, we've mentioned it a couple times, will move on to face Strom Thurmond on the road a week from tonight. Saluda will finish out its regular season here against American Leadership Academy. That's an American Leadership team that's a new program, winless this year. They've only scored 27 points all year, so you would think the Tigers can get well before the playoffs. As Watkins keeps it himself and slides at the 30.
We hadn't seen that tonight.
No.
Watkins has been airing it out, but he hasn't been running it much. And do we have another flag now?
We do. Inside 3 minutes to play now.
They must have picked it up. Clock is running.
So no flag on the play.
So second down and 12 as we approach the 2-minute mark here in this one. mentioned it sets the stage for a big game next week between Batesburg and Strom-Thurmond. Strom-Thurmond, the defending region champions.
Playing 96 tonight as Watkins will be chased out at the 23-yard line. This time there is a flag.
And the clock stops with him running out of bounds anyway.
Block in the back. Offense.
Goodness.
10-yard penalty.
You don't see that play a lot on offense. You see it in special teams and interceptions and stuff like that, but we've seen 2 on this drive.
Give us a chance to thank our wonderful crew, and this being the first time we've ever come to Saluda to do a game, brand new for all of us, including the crew, and didn't just start today. Came out here this week, even last week, to look at the site and see how we could make this game work. We want to thank Saluda for hosting us and allowing us to do the game. Our director, Josh Recor. On replay, Brianna Butler. Graphics, Micah Webb. Audio, Jeff Singleton. Our camera folks tonight, Cameron Belcher, Rodrigo Burgos, and Katron Hugie. And by the way, the camera situation here is interesting too, because it's a very small stadium, and so a couple of our cameras are on the actual bleachers. You got fans up there, you got them jumping around. Yeah. It's a little interesting, but they've done a fantastic job tonight. On field camera with us tonight, Gary Nipple. Working the sidelines as a producer is Ashlyn Williams. Red Cap, Andrew Robertson. Live truck, Ian McLeod and Philip Scott. And back at Master Control, WJBF News Channel 6, keeping us on the air, Jarrett Ledger. Our production manager, Lauren Fitzgerald. And our production timer tonight, sitting 5 feet to our left, the one, the only, Adam Carson. There's Katron working one of those cameras out in the stands.
There you go. And Adam hooked us up with the barbecue tonight, too.
And Adam, so there's Cam. Cam on the cam.
Herlong Stadium in Matthews Field, like it.
At Herlong Stadium, named for Bettis Herlong, who was a legend in these parts. Was head coach here for Bamberg Earhart for 2 different stints, from 49 to 56, 71 to 78. And also coached at Strom-Thurmond and Aiken. Member of the National High School Coaches Hall of Fame. Won a few district championships as a basketball coach. A little bit of everything he did. And passed away in 2003. And his name has adorned this stadium for years. 96 seconds left before we put a lid on this one. You mentioned Adam Carson's bringing us some barbecue.
Yeah.
You saw our WJBF meteorologist Sherry Sheely in the opening segment. Her family, of course, runs Sheely's Barbecue over in Batesburg-Leesville. That's what the crew ate for lunch today. I'm surprised any of them are able to.
Oh, my God. It is.
It's good to function.
I'm just going to say it is spectacular.
It is. If you've never been, it's definitely worth the drive to Batesburg-Leesville. Speaking of driving, just shy is a Madre Wooden.
He's approaching 150 yards if he doesn't have it already. Starting to pile up the yardage.
It'll be 1st and goal, so the Panthers not quite done yet, but I would have a feeling we're about to see victory formation from Greg Lawson.
Yeah, Nathan's telling me now, Amadre Wooden, 162 yards on the ground and a touchdown. He's got a 30-yard catch, and he had a long run called back, so he could have over 200 yards. Over 100 of that in the second half, by the way.
Wow. Well, not victory formation, but they'll hand the ball off to Wooden, and he'll get dragged back. And the clock will continue to run with 43 seconds.
Let's see if Batesburg decides just to let the clock run here. they got about 2 seconds more on the clock than the play clock, so they'll have to run and play. But there you go. That's going to do it.
And the Panthers will take the knee and let the celebration begin.
Hey, and you know what? They've earned it. They earned that celebration.
What a performance by Batesburg-Leesville. The #1 team in South Carolina Class 2A moves to 9-0, 3-0 in Region 2 AA, and sets up a region championship game next week against Strom-Thurmond. Strom-Thurmond right now leading 96, and that game has just gone final. Strom-Thurmond beats 96 20-7, so there will be a game between Batesburg-Leesville and Strom-Thurmond next week. Batesburg-Leesville wins that game, they are region champions. If Strom-Thurmond wins that game, you have a 3-way tie, and we've talked about all the chaos that comes along with that. By the way, if you notice, talk about how heated a rivalry this is. They did not do the lineup and handshake at midfield between the players. The coaches are.
Yeah.
Of course, they're longtime friends, as we talked about. The players, and this was decided before the game. Nothing's going on. But before the game, they decided for safety's sake, so make sure nothing breaks out, the players would just go to the locker room after the game. So the Panthers remain on the prowl for a region championship with an impressive win tonight, 28-7 over Saluda. Stuart Young, the Saluda head coach, was there on your left. Greg Lawson, the Batesburg-Leesville coach, there on your right. And again, if you weren't with us at the outset, Kira told us that Greg Lawson was Stuart Young's JV football coach. These two go way back.
Well, just a solid performance tonight. Really every facet of the game. I thought the coaching, the play calling in that first drive was special. I thought the gutsy move to go for the onside kick to start the second half. You had that opening drive to get the momentum. Then you close the first half out with a long drive to really lock it in. Then you get the onside kick and punch it in. It was a masterclass by the coaching staff and the players for Batesburg.
Speaking of the coaching staff, Kira is standing by with the victorious head coach of the Batesburg-Leesville Panthers, Greg Lawson.
Coach, you remain undefeated. What were you pleased with in the dominant performance tonight?
Well, I was very pleased with the way the kids came out in the second half, and we told them during halftime that we still had 24 minutes to play, and they were going to come out and they were going to give us everything they had. And like I said, we made some good plays at the beginning of the second half and took some gambles, and they paid off. But like I said, very proud of the way the kids played. I told them at the beginning this was going to be a 48-minute game and that we was going to have to play 48 minutes. So very proud of the way they played.
Amadre Wooden had almost 200 total yards on the night and 2 touchdowns. What can you speak to about his performance tonight?
He's special. But like I said, got to give props to that offensive line up front because, in the end of the first half, I got onto them. I thought that they were whipping our tail. And then the second half, I thought we did a pretty good job coming out and moving them. So you got hats off Madre, but you got to give hats off to the offensive line, too.
What do you hope that the team takes away from this as you move forward?
Well, I mean, being able to play in a big atmosphere and win a big game, like I said, helps you going into the playoffs because every game in the playoffs is a big game. And it's, you either win or you go home. So, hopefully we can, use this in the playoffs, to continue.
We talked a lot tonight on the broadcast about your relationship with Coach Young, how you coached him. What was it like to get to coach against him tonight?
Well, I mean, we've coached against each other before. I've been here 3 years, but Coach Young is a great coach. I love him to death. He's a great person. And like I said, we just, we have a great relationship, and I got a lot of respect for him.
Congrats on the win, Coach. Thank you so much.
Thank
we appreciate it. Guys, we'll be right back.
Johansson Sporting Goods in downtown Augusta has been equipping CSRA high school teams for over 50 years.
I think their service is unbelievable. With them being local, everything's here quickly.
They've met the needs of all my players and coaches, and I highly recommend Johansson's to anyone.
No matter the sport, Johansson's has you covered. Uniforms, bats, balls, gloves, hats, scorebooks, you name it. If you need it, Johansson can get it. Johansson Sporting Goods, 1116 Broad Street, downtown Augusta.
Yeah, absolutely. 28-7, Batesburg-Leesville has defeated Saluda here in Saluda tonight in a battle of previously unbeaten teams. Welcome to the postgame show, and Nathan Edwards has been prowling the sidelines tonight, gathering stats, and he has our final QBs by the quarter for the game.
Yeah, for Saluda, Arant was 9 of 15 for 122 yards and a touchdown, did have the 2 interceptions. And then Watkins for Batesburg-Leesville really had a good solid night. It was 13 of 18 for 174 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception.
That's your QBs by the quarter, brought to you by Culpeper Lumber Ace Hardware. And now we're back to Kira on the field, and she's got our McDonald's offensive and defensive players of the game.
Yeah, guys, we're going to start with a guy we've talked a lot about tonight. Amadre Wooden, almost 200 yards tonight and 2 touchdowns. What was working so well for you tonight?
My O-line, they was blocking, they was doing their best tonight, and I can't complain. And coach giving me the ball, and, I got to thank the man above for helping me out.
You guys came into this game undefeated. I know you guys wanted to stay undefeated. What was the mentality on the team coming into tonight's game?
Coach told us come out, we pop them in the mouth, score first, we're going to be on top of them for the rest of the game.
All right, what do you want to take away from this game as you move forward?
Me fumbling the ball. Yeah, that's what really, it slowed me down a little bit, but I had to get back on top. Coach told me to let it go.
All right, I love that getting better mentality. Well, we got some hardware for you. We're going to give that out to you in just a second. There you go. Yeah, come on over. There you go. All right. And we're going to move over to Katie with an interception on defense. You also caught 2 touchdowns on offense. You were everywhere. What was working so well for you tonight?
Same like Savvy said, blocking, great play calling, and also the man above. And, we just had to, stay consistent and, keep going, not giving up.
Coach called this team hungry. He called this team tough. What does that mean to you to hear him have such belief in you guys as a unit?
It means a lot because, we really ain't have nothing like this in the minute. So we want it bad, and, we just got to keep going. We got 30 next week. Got to have a great practice next week.
What does it mean to you to do this for the community, and what do you hope as you move forward?
It means a lot. I improved a lot, helped my team out a lot. It really means a lot.
All right, well, you both deserve the win, guys. We got some hardware for you as well. Congratulations, guys. John, we're going to send it over to you, and we'll close it out.
All right, Kira, thanks. Congratulations to Amadre and KD and to these Batesburg-Leesville Panthers, 28-7 winners over their arch rival, Saluda Tigers, tonight. We got some more hardware to hand out. How about our hit of the game?
Yeah, I don't know what. I mean, there were – I don't know where we're going with this one. There were a bunch of good hits, though.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Let's see what the truck came up with.
There we go. And
little double team action.
We'll salute a defense making a play there.
And that was Nick Butler and Akeem Mills combining for the stop and the hit of the game. So Saluda doesn't get the win, but they do get a little bit of hardware. Which brings us to our Powerade play of the game.
This one's going to be a throw and catch. And why not? Good game from Watkins, and that was his target all game long early on. Jamarius Clark, who in the first half, 6 catches of 84 yards for him.
Yeah, a little quieter in the second half, but that first half was really what set the tone for Batesburg-Leesville.
Yeah, it was fitting, too, because they wore him out on that play. The rollout.
Out. All those third downs. And like I said, what a great job. They obviously coached up. Those guys making sure they ran past the down marker. We even see the NFL guys not do that. So great job by them. And for the QB to put it on the money, Watkins was great tonight.
Let me move my chair into camera range here. All right. Never know what you're going to see in the postgame show, ladies and gentlemen. All right, final thoughts on this one, AB.
Well, impressive. I mean, I didn't know a lot about Batesburg, coming in. We don't cover them quite as much. So in studying up, obviously, I know they're a good football team. I know year in and year out they do well. But to see them up close and personal, very impressive. And like I said, every facet of the game. They've got a quarterback that can throw. Obviously, they got a great running back. Couple of good receivers. Their line did a good job on both sides of the ball. They swarm on defense. And I got to give it up to their fans. They traveled over here tonight to hostile territory, and they were loud and raucous for the whole game. So, a complete effort for sure.
Batesburg-Leesville moves on for that big matchup next week at Strom-Thurmond. The Panthers can clinch a region championship. That's just one of the games that Strom-Thurmond beat 96 tonight. You'll see on Football Friday night. That's coming up at 11:35 over on WJBF News Channel 6 with Gianna Cephalou and Graham Lee and Mike O'Neill. And you Batesburg-Leesville fans, set your DVRs, whatever you need to do. Catch the encore presentation of Game Night Live. That's coming up Sunday at high noon over on WJBF News Channel 6. For Nathan Edwards, our statistician, Kira Goldstein on the field. AB, always a pleasure. And our entire Game Night Live crew, John Hart saying so long from Saluda, where Batesburg-Leesville is a winner tonight over the Tigers. We will see you 1 week from tonight for a region championship game between Thompson and Burke County in Waynesboro.